So tell us about this collaboration that you announced last night with the biotech company AbCellera. You're actually deriving antibodies from somebody who survived COVID-19 to make a potential treatment?
That's right, Meg. We're really pleased to have the opportunity to collaborate with this company, AbCellera, who's just been hugely innovative and moving in with incredible speed. They obtained a specimen from a patient, as you said, one of the first in the United States who had coronavirus and then recovered from it. Presumably, the reason they recovered is their immune system was able to react to the virus. So AbCellera was able to isolate cells from that patient's body, identify the immune cells that were making antibodies, screen individual antibodies for their reaction against the virus, and now we're collaborating with them to turn some of those antibodies into drugs that we hope to be able to test in patients.
And your timeline for this, potentially 4 months until you get into human clinical trials, that seems very fast. Tell us about that timeline.
Yeah, Meg, you're absolutely right. It is. A project like this in another disease area could reasonably take years to go from starting a project to testing it in patients. This is faster than we've ever gone, probably faster than anyone's ever moved. We're pulling out all the stops. This is a critical health crisis for the world, and Lilly's doing what it can do to make a difference. So we have incredibly aggressive plans. Every day is mapped out from now until this summer, when we hope to be testing this in patients just a few months away.
And you say in your release this could be used both as a potential treatment, but then also as potential prevention. Tell us how that might work.
Well, we'll have to see. It depends on the clinical data, of course. But our goal is to be able to use these antibodies in patients who are exposed to the virus, for example. It'll neutralize the virus particles and help them clear the disease. Or you could even consider using this at some point in the future in a population that hasn't yet been exposed, but perhaps is at high risk, say the healthcare workers who are at the front lines of treating this disease. Could this be used in a way to prophylax them from getting it? There's a lot to learn here and a lot of risk in an early stage project, but we're incredibly excited and really privileged by the opportunity to try and help out in a disease like this.
And given the scale of how big COVID-19 already is and how big it could potentially get, what kind of scale do you see in terms of being able to ramp up? I mean, these are antibodies from one patient. How many patients could you potentially treat with those antibodies?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the important roles we play, Meg, is to ramp up the production. So we isolate the clones from the individual patient. We can genetically modify them to improve their properties. And then we put them into our manufacturing plants to scale them up millions and millions fold so that we can have enough to treat patients. We've cleared out capacity, if this works, to be able to proceed to the clinical testing and then, of course, to scale up beyond that if we have success.
Well, Dr. Skovronsky, we'd love to stay in touch with you as you proceed with this work. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you, Meg.